to allow the major arcana to unfold the worlds we hold within us, to let the archetypes pull us into a garden of reflection and lessons and growth. Because life is deeper and more lush when we understand our towers and our stars. The Empress teaches us that acts of creation are the ultimate practice of self-care. This authentic self, this abundant space, is not something we go find. It's something we create. Ploof and Snow write. And, as Ploof and Snow express, creativity isn't hinged on any one definition. No, the creative self is the self that creates and indulges for the sake of creation and pleasure. Dance, baking, arranging aromatic flowers, penning poems to read only to the moon, or creating a soft and nurturing home. It's about casting a circle and saying, I am here. Their book reminds us of this abundance of peak season flowers and freshly baked bread, as they write, because it's our birthright. This book is a safe and affirming playground, a space where creative inspiration is on tap. It is the altar and the devotion itself. It is a space of color and texture and truth and magic, a magical medicine. And as a poet witch, I find myself inspired with each turn of the page, with each exploration of any given tarot card. To create truly is to make something from nothing, a sort of divinity. This is why I believe poems are spells and rituals are doorways to a new life. To turn over a tarot card is to open the door and walk through. What is the lesson or the message? What is an act of creativity that can help bring you closer to yourself? What might the cards inspire? How will this help you access self-care? In a world of chaos and sorrow, your tarot deck and your notebook can provide an anchor point. What Ploof and Snow have done in this book is forged a candlelit pathway, accessible and encouraging, inclusive and actionable, that you can call your own. It balances instruction with reader autonomy. Its beauty is found in its absolute devotion to the creative spirit, welcoming interpretation and self-dialogue, and creating confidence through your journey. Lessons from the Empress calls to the part of us that we are so often told to shut off and tidy up and suppress. It asks us to pick up the wand and arrange a bed of flowers. It asks us to lift our cup and breathe in the color and speak in music. It asks us to befriend the swords and tell your deepest story. It asks us to connect with the Pentacles, our hands covered in wet soil as we reflect on what abundance truly means. Are you ready to walk into the rose garden? Are you ready to create the rose garden itself? Pull a card. Start the journey. Lisa Marie Basile, author of The Magical Writing Grimoire. Introduction. When you conjure up an image of the tarot's Empress card, what do you see? In my mind, the Empress is seated on a throne in a lush and verdant landscape, wearing a luxuriant robe and holding a shield with a symbol for Venus on it. The Empress is at ease with himself, well taken care of and satisfied, not only satisfied with the surrounding abundance, but also satisfied because the Empress has created things, this robe, this shield, this garden, even this throne. Everything around the Empress began as an idea, a seed, and they got busy planting, creating, and nurturing every last seed into being. This is how we see the Empress represented in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, and, even though the tarot is being constantly reimagined and updated, this take on the Empress endures, consistently rendered in a way that captures the ideal of Venusian.